Hey, what's up, family? This is Craig coming to you from Family First Sports, where we talk all Dallas Cowboys. How y'all been doing today, man? I hope y'all had a happy Thanksgiving. Man, we got so much to talk about, guys. I want to get into the show. I got so much. It's been a minute since I've been on here, and I want to really get into everything that we're going to talk about now. First thing, we're going to get into the game, of course. Cowboys beat the Giants 27-20. We're going to get into that. I want to make my case for Ben Johnson as the head coach of our team, and I think this is one of the reasons. Actually, when I go through this, I looked at it a little bit different. So now I also want to talk about Mike McCarthy's possible return. That's something that could possibly happen. And I'm going to get into that as well. And the last thing I want to talk about is Jerry Jones' hidden agenda. I want you guys to really think out the box. I want you to hear me out on this, and I want some feedback on this because I want to know what you guys think about this as well. All right. Now let's get into it. Okay. All right. First thing, Cowboys 27-20. We look pretty good against the Giants. The Giants are basically, tanking for Shedeur Sanders. And but I really appreciate what we look like as far as defensively. We have a emerging star on our hand, DeMarvin Overshawn. This guy shows up every week. He's a playmaker on defense. Now, we all know we got Michael Parsons that's a playmaker on defense already. Now we got another one in DeMarvin Overshawn. And we're going to talk about the draft in another video, but I would love if you pair another playmaker, another game changer on this defense, and that would take our defense from being just nice to elite if we have three playmakers on defense. And we're going to talk about it another time. My Penn State guy, who I love, he could possibly be a candidate for our draft pick. But anyway, we're going to get in that later on. But let's talk about the actual game here. Now, in the game, Rico Dowdle had over 113 yards rushing. I think he had, 22 carries for 112 yards. Go on, Rico Dowdle. I love that, man. I love that how he showed up. And I always like Rico Dowdle. I think if you pair Rico Dowdle with a decent running back, I think he would be amazing if you had him with a decent running back moving forward. So I think that's something that we need to look into, pairing him with another running back. I think that's really number one. One or two, we got to get us a running back, a dynamic running back that's going to help us move forward. So, but Rico Dowdle looked great. Turpin is a weapon guy. Now, I'm going to get into in a minute how I think our new head coach should use him, but he is a weapon, all right? And we have to use him every week as that. Could you imagine Turpin in Kansas City? What Andy Reid will be doing with him? It's like he got the other guy named Worthy in Kansas City that he does the same thing. Turpin has that kind of impact on our offense, so we have to use Turpin moving forward. Now, let's get into the other parts of the game. I don't keep y'all too long. My case for Ben Johnson as our head coach. Now, originally, when Ben Johnson came to Dallas, I thought that all the plays he was doing when we were up, they blew us out, and then he was throwing plays with linemen and all that stuff. I thought he was showing up Jerry Jones, right? I really thought he was showing up Jerry Jones. I thought that, wow, he's rubbing it in. No, I don't think that anymore. He does that to everybody, right? And I really think now that you sit back and look at it, he was actually putting his resume out. He was putting his resume to Jerry Jones. He was saying, hey, look what all I can do with this team. I can do this, I can do that. He was showing Jerry, hey, man, look all the things I can do. Now, imagine Ben Johnson with CeeDee Lamb, with Turpin, with Dak, and with the tight end. And imagine us adding pieces to that. See, Detroit was built really good. They got two running backs. See, Rico Dowdle is showing us now that he can actually be a solid number two. But we need a number one. I don't see Rico Dowdle as a number one. I see him as a solid number two. But we need a number one running back. You pair him with a nice running back and a nice wide receiver as a second wide receiver with CeeDee Lamb, and put Ben Johnson with that, we're back. will be a menace. That's my case of Ben Johnson being our next head coach. All right, now let's go to the next subject here. McCarthy's possible return. Now, here's the thing. This is why I worry about winning. Not that I want my Cowboy to lose. I don't. I don't want us to lose at all. But my concern is Jerry's propensity of doing things that's different from everybody else's opinion. Think about it. When Jerry Jones bought the Cowboys, you remember when all NFL teams were using Coca-Cola. Jerry didn't use Coca-Cola. Jerry used Pepsi. He's the only team, I think, that used Pepsi. And they had a big to-do about that back in those days. See, when everybody's walking this way, Jerry walks the other way. See, when everybody has an opinion of, you should be doing this, don't do this, you need to fire Mike McCarthy. He wants to be right in his way. He don't want everybody telling him that he is wrong in what he's doing. So when we accumulate wins with the backup quarterback, that is a way for him to keep Mike McCarthy in the fold. I think Mike McCarthy is a good coach. Don't get me wrong. Here's a problem I have with Mike McCarthy. In the last 4 years, we've been either at the top or in the top 5 of penalties. Right? Undisciplined football. We beat ourselves a lot. We're an undisciplined football team as far as penalty goes. And Mike McCarthy's a big part of that. All right, let's talk about Jerry Jones right now. I want you guys to really think about this. Hear me out. I would love your opinion on this. Please give me your opinion on this. Jerry Jones' hidden agenda. He really bought the Cowboys to make them relevant again, right? And winning a championship means that they're relevant. He did that. He made them relevant. He took the organization and he built it and he made it into this billion-dollar organization, right? So he did exactly what he wanted to do. Here's the thing. I don't think he want to win any more championships, and here's why. He doesn't make moves to do that. Think about what Jerry did to win those first championships. He went and got Jimmy, right? He went and got a young, innovative coach, disciplined coach. And then Jimmy built the team. After Jimmy built the team, what happened? Guys, remember this now. This is very important. Jerry went and made free agent moves to put us over the top. He went and got a Deion Sanders. He went and got a Charles Haley. So you know how to win. You know what you need to do to win another Super Bowl. You tell me, why aren't you doing that? You know why? You already got what you wanted. The Cowboys are relevant now. Why would you make all these different moves now? You're here to market the brand. See, we as fans, we're here for championships. We're not here to be entertained. And we want to be entertained. We'll go to the damn circus. We'll go to the fair. We'll go watch Power. I'll go to the movies. I'll go to Vegas and watch a show. We don't want to be entertained. We want to win championships. We want you to be in it to win championships. If you're not in that, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's my problem with Jerry Jones. I'm grateful that you built our franchise and made it what it is today. But at some point, you stopped and said, I'm not concerned about championships anymore. I'm just going to build a team how I want to build a team. I'm going to stay in charge and not hire a GM when I know I don't have the time to do GM work. A GM in any football organization is all about, number one, building the football team. We know if you the GM, you ain't all about building the football team. You all about WrestleMania, boxing out the dark, Netflix, Grand Prix. You got other things you got on your mind. Your whole purpose ain't to change the franchise and build and win championships. That's the issue we have with Jerry. Imagine if you hire a GM and we win a championship. How much greater, how much more money it would be for you. But you don't want that because you wouldn't get the credit. That's why you got rid of Jimmy, because you didn't get credit for winning those championships and it bothered you. That's something that you need to work out. but don't make us as fans suffer with your ego. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you for my subscribers. Appreciate y'all hanging in there with me while I build this channel. I'm going to be here to give you some more great content about these Cowboys. Y'all take care.